Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. And we're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And today is Saturday. I thought we'd go ahead and jump back into our lesson that's assigned for evening prayer tonight, and that is from St. John's Gospel. We're at the 13th chapter, beginning at the first verse. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should part out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from God and went to God, he riseth from supper, and laid aside his garments, and took a towel, and girded himself, and that he poured water into a basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. Then cometh he to Simon Peter, and Peter saith unto him, Lord, dost thou wash my feet? Jesus answered and said unto him, What I do thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter. And Peter saith unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet. Jesus answered him, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me. Simon Peter saith unto him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Jesus saith unto him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. For he knew that who should betray him. Therefore he said that ye are not all clean. So after he had washed their feet, and had taken up his garments, and was set down again, he saith unto them, Know ye what I have done to you? Ye call me Master and Lord, and ye say, Well, for so I am. If then I, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that ye should do as I have done to you. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, we talked yesterday with the reading for morning prayer from the book Exodus, and we talked about the Passover feast and this, how people of the original covenant were saved by the blood of the Lamb, right? Put on the doorposts, the lintels. And so we had that reference. And once again, we pick up in the New Testament with the Passover supper. In this particular case, what we've heard tonight is the lesson that will also be read on Maundy Thursday coming up, and that is the story of Jesus washing the disciples' feet. Now, remember that there was certainly a sense of a ritual cleansing that was necessary for the people of the Jews. Before they went to worship, they would wash their feet and their hands. The people who follow the Christian tradition among the Roman Catholic Church and many Episcopal churches have a similar one where they take holy water, right? The holy water stoup, and they ritual cleansing and a reminder of their baptism. But it was also the reality that if you're walking around in the time of Jesus and living in what is the Holy Land and walking around in what was probably sandals, your feet were filthy. Right? You picked up the dust and all of everything else that was flowing through the streets. And so not only was it a sense of a ritual cleanliness, but it was a reality that it was a cleanliness. And to wash someone else's feet is a sign of very humble service. And yet here we have the Son of God, the second person of the Holy Trinity, doing exactly that. This idea of humble service. And he says exactly that is how we, as members of the body of Christ, are to treat one another. That we are to love one another. How do we love one another? We love one another in humble service. And the washing of feet is a great example of that. So anyway, but more about that on Maundy Thursday, of course, when you come for our 7 p.m. Mass on Thursday. Today is Saturday, and so there's no public worship at St. John's Church, but we are, of course, getting ready for tomorrow for Palm Sunday. And we have our 7:30 morning prayer, 8 o'clock Holy Communion, 10 o'clock Holy Communion. Of course, 8 and 10 have the palm, a blessing of the palms as well. And then 5:30 evening prayer with the opportunity to receive communion if you've not done so in the morning. And God willing, I look forward to seeing you in church.